Welcome to Mac Living in Portugal.
There's a break in the rain, so I'm going to take the opportunity to trim a few trees. How long it's going to last, I don't know, but there's rain going to be happening today. Right, let's get to it. Thing is, I've got a lot of trees that all need pruning, so got to be done. So the idea is to get the tree into the shape of what they call here a copo, like a bowl or a glass of wine, but keep it low. That's the idea behind it. So I clean up as I go along. Yeah, looking good. So as the Portuguese have taught me, you want it low, you want it out, and you want it like a copo, like a bowl. I'd say I've pretty much achieved that. And obviously what that does is it's not going to be like tons and tons of fruit. You're reducing the amount of fruit that the tree will produce, and therefore it's going to be bigger and better quality. This is a plum tree. I've never tasted anything as delicious as this. This is a lovely fig tree. It serves a couple of purposes. One, it gives great shade for the chickens in the summer. It gives beautiful fruit, but if I leave it, it'll just grow up and up and up. So this needs trimming. So here is a before, and then I'll do an after. And I've changed my top because that nice jumper will get snagged and ruined. I don't want that. There we have it, one tree, pruned, thinned out, but you have to think about the next 2 years ahead. So some of the branches I've left so that they can grow and give me a different shape, a better shape in the future. All these cuttings off the fig tree are really valuable. They're nice and straight and direct, easy to process once they're dry, and I'll put them in my drying area for the summer, and they'll be great for starter wood. But I can't say the same for the ones off the cherry tree because they're very thin. It would take an awful lot to process that, so that gets burnt. It's just not worth my time and effort to try and process that into starter wood for the fires. Here is another plum tree. If I leave it, it will just keep going up. So I've got to bring it down and get it in a nice copo shape. And then round here we have a cherry tree. I've never really had a great deal of success with this cherry tree, and I don't know why, but I'm going to prune it and see if I can get better quality fruit out of it. I need to get this tree trained a lot better, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to prune it so that it doesn't give me too much this year, but in the next 2 years I'll reap the benefits. I want to take this one out. I've got a nice young one growing here, and this will come out, so I'm going to take that one out just there. Now I can get, if I trim, hold on a moment, get my tools. Right, so if I trim that one, really I've got to take it off here. Right, so I've now got a new young one coming out here, young one coming out here. I've got this one. I want a bit of height, so I'm going to take that one off there, like that. And I'm seriously thinking this needs to come out to bring it down. get some new growth growing. Yeah. Yes, I think so. There we go. Let's get some new growth growing and get a good shape to it. Yep. I've brought the cherry tree down quite a lot. I want to get a different shape to it, and what I'm going to do is train it in view for the next second and third year to see if I can get a better shape to it and some better fruit out of it. But one of the other problems is it's right next to a fence, so getting a good shape to it, for example like this tree, that's going to prove difficult. Okay, right, well that lot can dry off, and then this is where I do all my burning. Whoa, okay, so that's 4 trees trimmed. God knows how many left to go, loads. It's hard work when you've got to do it all on your own, but keeps me out of trouble. There we go, that's how I prune my trees. Look at that, it's even got blossom on it. Ooh, and it's got a nice little smell to it. Any questions, anything you want to know? Leave it in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.